In today's Talker, what do you think about scientists paying people to be infected with the coronavirus? Well, according to the Daily Mail, researchers in London are looking for 24 volunteers to become infected with COVID-19. The goal? To develop a vaccine faster. Each volunteer will be injected with 2 lesser serious strains of the virus. They then have to remain in quarantine for 2 weeks and eat a restricted diet. Now, in return, the volunteers will receive 3,500 pounds sterling, or about 4,600 US dollars. Another clinical trial is also happening in Seattle. It could begin next month. In this case, volunteers won't have to be quarantined and will receive $1,100. But here's the thing, the trial will take 14 months. And that brings us to an important point, because these vaccines are still in the works, even if one is developed. Experts say that this can be a huge issue, and you can see here we have our bullhorn below, also helping others. So now we're talking about Colonel Frank Milstead, and he is stepping down, and we just received this information here at 12 News. And we want to report it to you because it is very important here. The Department of Public Safety wants to get out this information after he's been serving for 5 years. The agency and Governor Doug Ducey made the announcement today. Milstead again stepping down in April. Now, in a tweet, Governor Ducey said Milstead has worn the uniform and put his life on the line to protect the safety of Arizonans. Milstead has a long involvement with law enforcement. He was the chief of Mesa Police Department for 5 years, following 25 years with the Phoenix Police Department. Now, Milstead was tapped by Ducey to lead the Arizona Department of Public Safety back in 2015. So coming in at number 2 now, a mother at the center of her children's disappearance. A case that spans across several states, including Arizona, could soon post bail. Lori Vallow Daybell is currently sitting in an Idaho jail while her children remain missing. We reached out to the bail bonds agent working with Vallow's attorneys. They tell us her legal team is still checking her assets to post bail, which means she's still trying to come up with the money. A judge in Idaho lowered Vallow's bail from $5 million to $1 million. Vallow would have to pay $100,000 to post bail.
I'm Colleen Sikora at ASU. A student studying abroad in Italy was told she had to leave the country over the concerns of the number of coronavirus cases there. Jillian Schreck was studying abroad there when she was told she had to leave by last Wednesday. Right now, Jillian and her boyfriend are in Portugal. A letter directly from ASU's president says she and others are required to self-quarantine for 2 weeks if and when they do come back to the Valley. Meanwhile, ASU is on spring break right now. A spokesperson told us they do not plan to suspend classes after break, but they do have a plan in place to transition to remote learning if they need to. So stay with 12 News for the latest.
All right, thank you, Colleen. Now to keeping you safe. According to the Department of Health, a person who tested positive for the coronavirus is a member of a charter school here in Queen Creek. The school impacted is the Ironwood K-12 campus of the American Leadership Academy. To be clear, this is not a new case. The person was recently diagnosed along with 2 other people. Now, all 3 of them live in the same house. Health leaders say the school member has since fully recovered from the virus and was not on campus while sick. School administrators are cleaning the entire campus during spring break. A letter will be sent out to parents with a breakdown of what to expect. Also, Congressman Paul Gosar is putting himself under quarantine after shaking hands with the person who has coronavirus. In a statement on Twitter, Gosar says he met the person at the Conservative Political Action Conference, better known as CPAC. Gosar says he shook the person's hand several times. As of now, he is not experiencing any symptoms. And now to saving you money. Target is about to get even better. Yeah, didn't even think that was possible. Target is adding perishable food and alcohol to same-day pickup services at hundreds of its stores this year. That means, along with paper towels and chips, customers can pick up a gallon of milk, a bunch of bananas, or a 6-pack without getting out of the car. Right now, it's just in the testing phase, but Target plans to expand the service to nearly half of its stores by the holiday season. And now to Pulse on Health. Do you love a little olive oil drizzled over your salad? If so, keep it up. That's right. Harvard researchers found eating more than a half a tablespoon of olive oil per day lowered the risk of any kind of heart disease by 15%. That's huge. Also, replacing butter and margarine with olive oil helps lower a risk of a person getting heart disease. And we all love a good cup of joe, right? But that morning java could be stifling your creative juicers. Yeah, research says this to us. So scientists at the University of Arkansas found caffeine can help with focus, but sometimes it makes a person so focused it keeps them from thinking abstract and creative thoughts. So the next time you're hitting a mental block, put that coffee down. All right, it is time to talk weather. I know we've had a gorgeous few days, a little breezy, allergies kind of a mess, but some rain is on the way. Crystal, what do you have for us?
In the mood for chocolate? Well, feast your eyes on Grand Falls, aka Chocolate Falls. Fun fact, Grand Falls is actually taller than Niagara Falls, coming in at more than 181 feet. Well, this great view is courtesy of all the snow melt, and we've got a lot of rainfall with our name on it this week. Tomorrow through Friday, that stretch could deliver anywhere from 1.25 inches to nearly 2 inches of rainfall in valley rain gauges. For the mountains, that's 2 to 4 inches of rain, as this is pretty much strictly a rainmaker. Snow levels way up there, mostly hanging out around that 8,500 foot mark. So it's going to be tricky if you're hoping to catch a glimpse tonight of the supermoon. It's the first in a series of 3 supermoons this year. It's going to be a cloudy affair for us, although it will be mild. We'll start to wring those raindrops out after midnight. That's going to help squash that pollen count by the middle of the week. Good riddance to the high pollen. But it is going to be soggy all week long, and then we snap out of it and brighten up just in time for the weekend.
All right, thank you, Crystal. Absolutely love that forecast. Now for other news, stories that people will be talking about all day. And right now, that's Elizabeth Warren. Have you seen this yet? It is hilarious. Now that she's no longer a Democratic presidential candidate, Senator Elizabeth Warren has more time to flip the switch. The Massachusetts senator made a surprise cameo on Saturday Night Live where she was face-to-face with her SNL twin, Kate McKinnon. Warren and McKinnon then went backstage and recorded a video for TikTok's The Flip the Switch Challenge. The hashtag Flip the Switch has been trending since last week, with users coming up with funny ways to entertain all of their followers. The Flip the Switch Challenge stems from the Drake song Nonstop, which featured the lyric, "I just flipped the switch" at the start of the song. And now for your daily cup of juice, a dancing superstar. Catch her right here. If you've ever been to Grand Canyon University, you may have seen the dancing lady herself. Shirley and her husband Joseph have been coming to GCU games for years as a way to spend more time together, and Shirley has been getting down in the stands since the very beginning. She's become known as the dancing lady who brings the dance floor and the party to the games. Miss Shirley says she gets some of her moves from the cheerleaders and handles all of the rest on her own. Well, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will fulfill their final royal commitment today. The couple will appear at the annual Commonwealth service at Westminster Abbey in London. It will be the last time they will be working with the entire royal family. Don't they look fabulous? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's status as senior royals will officially end at the end of the month. Time now for an A to Z 60, where we celebrate the people, places, and things that make the Valley awesome. Now in just 60 seconds. Who doesn't love a good home-cooked meal? Colleen takes us inside Welcome Diner in Phoenix.
Right in the heart of the Garfield neighborhood downtown, Welcome Diner wants you to feel like when you walk through the door, you're walking into home.
It's a comforting place that people come to. The guests and the employees here are very close-knit. You know, that's the biggest thing that we have here, is family. It should feel like you are having your friend's mother cook for you.
And behind the counter, they're farm to table, using the freshest ingredients to make delicious dishes.
Diner food in general is really coming up, I feel like, in the food world. I mean, the mac and cheese just kills it. The No Way Jose burger that we have on the menu as well, It's incredible. It was actually named after one of the employees that we have working here. I believe he made it almost as like a family meal type thing. And all the employees were just blowing up and crazy, like, oh, this is one of the best burgers we've ever had here at Welcome Diner. And it ended up going on the menu.
So stop on by. They open at 5 and they're open all the way through late night, 7 days a week. And that's your A to Z 60. Hey, can I get a No Way Jose, please?
Thank you.
All right, Colleen, looks delicious. So back to today's talker. Would you let scientists infect you with the coronavirus if it would help develop a vaccine? You can vote right now. Yes to help others. Nope, not worth it. Not for me. So right now it looks like 20% of people say yes, so not that many. 80% say nope, I am not in. You can keep voting on 12news.com/bullhorn, and those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube can comment below. Well, time now for Look Ahead, the stories that you'll be talking about a little later today. Coming up on First at 4, you don't want our big surprise for a math teacher at Hamilton High School. You don't want to miss it. He's the sole breadwinner of this family of 3, which is a tougher assignment because his son has cerebral palsy and is on the autism spectrum. And that's your 12 at 12, the facts on everything you need to know in just 12 minutes. No commercials. We're always on, anywhere, anytime on 12news.com. Arizona Midday is getting things cooking in the kitchen. Let's check in right now with Destry. Hey, how's it going?
Coming up on Arizona Midday, I hope you're hungry. We have a celebrity chef and Arizona resident here with a recipe, and